Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back for some more EVE Online, and as you can tell, I'm in the Rattlesnake. You can also probably tell that I'm in the White Storm 4 base. So yeah, I've started with the Nexus event, doing some of the combat sites in order to earn the points, earn the skins, and just have a little bit of fun. And I thought for this video we would just do that and take a look at the sites, see what it's all about, and just try to enjoy ourselves a little bit. So the Rattlesnake, it's massively tanked. A video in the description of the video you will see the fit that I'm using. And for now, what I'm definitely also using is the mobile tractor unit. Although the sights are pretty short, which I think is a very good thing, it just helps. It's a little bit less clicking and bothering with things, so that all the loot comes to you. After you warp into the site, there will be a number of frigates with potentially cruiser and battle cruiser supports. This time here we've got 4 frigates with a battle cruiser. And they are starting to attack me. What I like to do, I found that they really don't like drones. So I actually have a flight of Republic Fleet Berserkers here as well. They're a little bit more tanky. They have been taking damage, as you can see here. But I kind of like that option in order to just have a bit more HP. It's definitely enough on some of the early targets. So let's get going here. And of course the frigates, they're actually really perfect for this E-War shield tank combination, right? If you get webs, if you get target painters, well, they're all at 4 or 5 kilometers, so very easily grabbed and then destroyed. This time we're seeing 4 frigates and then a battle cruiser. I'm actually going to try to take the battle cruiser out next, because it is a lot of DPS, and if they go after my drones, they do a lot of damage, which is a little bit of a problem. You can see one of them taking a big chunk of damage already. Hopefully the shields will last while we take this battle cruiser down. And my battleship, yeah, 95% shields, that is not a problem. We're starting to pull back. I think it is because we're too close now for the battlecruiser to effectively track my drones. That one is down. Let's go for the close one so that we actually call our drones back a little bit away from this numbing frost wing. They'll have to close the distance again. And this is one thing to note. You will want to do a little bit of drone management in these sites, even though they are massively tanked with the Rattlesnake. Yeah, a lot of them, especially Tech 2s, they're still quite thin and a bit of a problem. So as we finish this wave, we are running out of missiles and we can return our drones at this point. A little bit of a stuck effect here that's happening. Interesting, a little bit of a bug, but it's still alright. We are fine. At least reduction heat overloading, increase ship thermal resistance, and here it is, the battleship. Oh, and I should, goddammit, I made a mistake though. I should have claimed more rewards than this, and now I'm back at destroy 5 NPCs and the battleship is here. So that was definitely a little bit of a mistake. I like to use the EM ones on the battleship. We are fully loaded on the missiles. Let's press F, because it does do a lot of damage, and that effect is still stuck right here. Very interesting. But let's keep going. I was really focused on trying to get those drones back. I do like to switch for the battleship to better damage. Against Stansha, EM I think is the right way to go. And you can see here the shields are melting quite nicely, while, well, we are down here to 80%, so the DPS of this battleship is not to be underestimated. On top of that, the battleship webs and disrupts. 12 kilometers out, you are basically completely stuck. So if you don't have the tank, then you're in a lot of trouble. And in the first room, or in the first wave, quite often there's some neuting pressure as well. So yeah, the passive shield tank is definitely quite nice for all of this. So there we go, battleship is down, and that is it. I do like this, right? It's like 5 minutes for a site. If there's not too many people here, then you can be lucky. Be careful of this, right? We do have some very similar names. I do think gankers might be out there looking for your very expensive ships, potentially 29 million with a Sunesis skin. Let's do loot all, return this one to the cargo hold, and let's do another one. And this time we'll also keep an eye on the reward track, which is actually pretty important. So let's find our, where is it? There we go, our probe scanner, please. And oh, everything is ran, so must be a little bit of competition, which is quite normal. It's still early in the event, and yeah, a lot of people are taking part in the event for now. If you need to find the whole track, you can go down here with the flag. Honestly, I got these first 100 points pretty quickly doing these combat sites, and you just saw the Rattlesnake handle one without any real problem. Oh, there is an ice field, so maybe these guys are mining in there though. That's possible as well. But for the combat side, right, the Rattlesnake, super comfortable, very strong tank, plenty of damage, can do damage in all damage types. So really, this is, to me at least, still the king of potentially a lot of these events. And let's actually stop here because another forward base has just dropped. So we'll quickly rush that one next, although we just made it to the gates. Let's go. Go, 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 go. There we go. And so what I have to do in my current UI setup is I have to get rid of the of that window so that I can see the Winter Nexus track and am reminded to click on this, because this is one disadvantage, and I'm not sure what you guys think about that, but perhaps it should track this automatically and just fill everything in. That's how I think it works for a lot of modern games, but yeah, on the other hand, right, it's a little bit of efficiency that depends on you paying attention, and this is already a pretty AFK way of running these combat sites. So there's definitely things to do on both sides. Hit the relay with snowballs. I'm not sure what this one is actually. If anyone can you know, give me that information in the comments so I could look on it. Is the relay something that you find, for instance, in the exploration sites? I'm not sure exactly how that works, or maybe I'll have to look within the storm. But yeah, let's assume that everything would be on track. Activating this gate would be your first point reward. So now you would have to claim the rewards, then you would get the get 5 NPCs within a White Storm site. So that's this one. And so as we land again, let's do this. Get the mobile tractor unit out. Definitely wait before deploying your drones, because they hate drones. And is this, let's see, anything that's, oh, there's nothing clickable here. Let's quickly do an all on this one. No, there's not. There's nothing in here that would be a relay that I could send some snowballs into. All right, well, site number 2. Let's see what the first wave brings. Only 3 frigates, so that's going to be a little bit more firepower on the field right away, I think. Then there's a cruiser. Only 1 cruiser? No, and a battle cruiser. Very, very interesting. So you do have to decide on which order you want to go for. Right now, I think that we will pretty quickly grab a couple of these frigates. So I am going to start with, well, they choose a frigate, so we'll help them out here with the web and the painter. Go for that Frostwing. Let's target that battle cruiser. And then this hail burst is still very far away, but a couple of them you can see here again yellow boxing me. That does mean that they are going after my drones that are starting to take a little bit of damage. And as everyone settles in their orbit, their damage application is going to be better and better. Now it's my luck at this point. It's only the frigates that have decided to go for my drones. So we should be able to take that Frostwing out without needing to do too much drone management. But again, a couple of tankier drones like these Republic Fleet Berserkers can definitely help in this first phase, and then go for the DPS in the second wing against the battleship. Up we go. They're tracking. I think that my target painter should be enough to hit this guy, and then we'll hit the cruiser first, I think. Let's see how well tanked it is. That is something that I've noticed in one of the other first spawns that I've had so far, one that had a lot of cruisers. There's a couple of them that are very tanky and a few of them that are like paper thin. So, you know, learning that target priority is pretty important. And now you can see that bastard of a battle cruiser also switching targets back to my drones at this point, and you see it's the bottom drone that's taking extra damage. Luckily, again, if they're tanky enough, you don't have to do too much management. But I'll tell you what, we'll deploy the ogres for the next battleship, and you'll see quite a bit of damage. They're very aggressive, and compared to these drones, Tech 2s are not very tanky. So you gotta be careful, because they will go after your drones. Let's see if my drones can actually handle that hail bursts. Whoa, really not. Look at that, how little damage is doing. So damage type is very important. And once we add the missiles, obviously it'll be better. But also something to note, I think there are really tough battle cruisers, cruisers and frigates out there. If you can get rid of some of the problems for the more less tanked rats, I would definitely recommend that you basically learn by doing here and find your own routines that help the most. 18 missiles left, that should be plenty for the battleship, but I'll show you guys. We'll just get them out. I think that's fine, it's only a battleship most of the time. And there it is. These are my ogres. If for instance you're going after those cruisers before the frigates, they start to target your drones. They've got to travel 10-15 kilometers before actually getting back. This is what happens even if you start your retreat when they're still in shields. It's potentially a lot of damage. And oh, battleship, oh, look at that, how much return to drone bay, how much they really don't like my ogre. This poor guy is now in structure and is being completely wrecked by the battleship. Well, that's fine. Here is that drone management that I was talking about. Let's hope that he now goes after me. Add in a Praetor 2. Should be enough damage. His shields are down already, but that's the general lesson here. Find your routine that's quite comfortable, and for me, first wave, get some tanky drones. Second wave, focus on the DPS, and actually you can see that here it's always helpful to first start with some ship DPS before launching your drones, because they really don't like them. But this Rattlesnake is very strong, and oh no, I forgot to claim rewards again because we're recording. So this was only the reward for the 5 targets. Just destroyed a battleship. If I'd been a little bit earlier, I would have gotten even more points out of this. Let's take a quick look at these rewards then. Everyone is back. Grab me the loot. And this is another 18 million. That is pretty consistent, I would say. You also get quite a few filaments and boosters in all of that can be useful. I would say it's worth it to, especially if you're Omega, to run these sites and to spend a little bit of time as you can to run the event. Let's maybe take a quick look if another one is back already. No, but I'm actually willing to wait that out, and the problem could be, let's do a warp to a gate again, that as long as I'm in the site, the server perhaps counts it as still being there. But so the last time we went to a gate, and by the time we got back, there was someone again. Ooh, and that cursor is coming in here. That's pretty risky, I would say. Although he came in definitely after the site was run, so he must have found me. And again, look out for these gankers. In fact, for me, that's enough of a sign that maybe I'm being watched and maybe I'm a target. So I'm actually going to go through, retreat back to SSama, repair the drones, and perhaps look for another system where I can run some more of these sites. But yeah, this is going to be my way to run the event sites, I think I'll focus on combat, since this Rattlesnake, as you just saw, very, very comfortably runs them. I like them, they're fast, pretty accessible, and all in all, I think this event, it's a more than manageable amount of time that you have to spend in order to get through the entire track. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.